leave my grid lines, but leave the rest of the architectural model. Okay, so first of all, I can hit my light bulb, which shows me what's being hidden. I'm going to hover over the link again. I'm going to try to find it. There it is, and I'm going to say unhide the element. Boom, hit this light bulb. Now I've brought the architectural model back. But now what I want to do is I want to hide, because right now there's my grid line and then there's the architectural grid line underneath. So what I really want to do is pick on that architectural link and turn off the grid lines. Okay, so what I'm going to do from there, I'm just going to actually click out. I'm going to type VV on the keyboard, Visibility Graphics. What I'm going to do is, in this particular view I'm in, the floor plan, I'm going to go to Revit Links, and there's that architectural link. I'm going to say Display Settings by Host. I'm going to say No, Custom Settings. And then from there I'm going to go to Annotation and change this to say Custom. And then I'm going to go down to Grid Lines, and I'm just going to turn them off. And I'm going to hit OK and OK, and now they're turned off only in the architectural link, not in my file. So in the architectural link is still on, but now I don't have that doubled up grid line. We can do the same with our level lines. Watch, go to the south view. Okay, let's hit our light bulb down here. Let's grab that architectural model. Let's unhide it. Okay, the trees in that aren't showing up when I unhide it because the category is actually turned off outside of the model itself. So I unhide the architectural model. And then hit my light bulb to go back to regular mode. So we can see that we've got the level lines from the architectural model. Okay, and we also have our level lines, which again are copy monitored, talking to these guys. So watch, I'm going to go VV on the keyboard, Visibility Graphics Override, only for this one view that I'm in, right? Only for the south elevation. And we could make a template. Revit Links, Display Custom, Annotation, Custom. Click in here, type in a G on the keyboard for G. Grids, turn them off. And level lines, turn them off. That way, oh, I can't move this. The grid lines will be turned off and the level lines, leaving the rest of the architectural model, but my grid lines and level lines. That's what I want. So I'm going to say, okay, turn off the levels and the grids in this view, only in the link. Okay, okay. And now I'm out. So now what I'm seeing is the architect's model with my grid lines and my level lines. Very nice. Okay. So from here I can go into my floor plan, and the architect did put in some structural columns, which is why they're showing up. So if I want to take them out and put my own on, okay, then I do the same thing. I pick on this model. Actually, I don't have to pick on it. I type VV. I go back to here. I go back into custom. And this time I go to model categories instead of annotation. Change it to say custom. And I'm going to turn off structural columns only in the link, not in my file. Now they're gone. But if I go in here now and place my own column based on a height up to the next level, okay, do I have a concrete column? Well, I have a square one. My columns are going to show up, okay, but the columns from this model are not, because I turned them off in the Visibility Graphics Override. So I'm just going to click on these guys and delete them. Okay, if you go to do a window box and you keep selecting something, what you do is you need to turn off the press and drag, which is just off screen here. I need to make my screen. I'm missing a couple of buttons here, but if you go to do a window box and you keep selecting something, take off the press and drag, which is, I think, the last icon on the right. ZF on the keyboard for zoom to fit. So we linked in an architectural model. We positioned it at origin to origin. We had a look at a few different views. We moved our elevation bubbles around so we'd have a better view. And then we did a little bit of visibility graphics override, as well as our copy monitoring of our levels and grids. So now we've kind of got the architectural model in there. We looked at our disciplines, and from here we would go in and start to draw our structural stuff on top. We could also make this be a grayscale if we want to. Okay, we can do overrides and stuff like that by doing different things, and also even by changing your discipline to be coordination will sometimes help you as well. Now our partition walls are back. Okay, so coordination might be of some use. It's up to you. It has some hard-coded settings with the discipline. So that gets us through a little bit of advanced stuff. However, some people who are anxious to get going on kind of project stuff, they're going to need to know how to go in and do this. And of course, we'd want to go in here and do a save and save this as our own structural project at this point.